Morning students, today is May 21st, 2020. We are working on 7.6, pages 23 and 24. You will be doing problems 17 through 22, which is the distance formula. Here is the distance formula. D equals the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. What does that really mean? Well, I have to identify the points as x1, y1, x2, y2. So what we do is we first put d equals and we put the big square root sign. Okay, so in the parentheses, I'm going to label them as x2 minus x1 and y2 minus y1. So if I go to x2, which is 0, but 0 minus 12. And the other one I'm going to put 5 minus 5. So again, my y2 was 5, my y1 was 5. So again, I have to rewrite the square root sign. I subtract these, I get negative 12 squared plus 0 squared. Again, I rewrite the square root sign. I multiply by doing negative 12 to the second power. That really means negative 12 times negative 12. So I get 144 plus 0, because 0 squared is 0. So d equals, when I add them up, I just get 144. So you take your calculator and you take the square root of 144. When you do that, you get d equals 12. You do not put the square root sign again at the end. So make sure when you're done, you get rid of the square root sign, because you took the square root of 144 and got 12. So my answer is 12, okay? So now I'm going to do a problem that is a decimal. So that way you know what to do if you get a decimal. Okay, so let's start over. The point is negative 2, 3, comma 4, comma 14. Okay, so this is another example. So again, I put the square root, d equals the square root of, this is x1, y1, x2, y2. So again, in parentheses, I'm going to put x2, which is 4, minus, since this is a negative 2, we have to put it in parentheses. Okay? Then for my y values, I'm going to put 14 minus 3. Okay, so d equals, well, what happens when I have two negatives? It becomes a positive. So I get 6 squared plus, I subtract and I get 11 squared. So d equals, I square 6, which is 36. I square 11, which is 121. So d equals, I add these together and I get 157. Okay, so d equals, now when you take the square root of 157, it's going to give you a decimal. So I'm going to write 12.53. Now why did I only write two numbers after the decimal? Is because we are going to round to this place value. If the number behind it is a 5 or bigger, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then this number goes up by 1. If it is not, if this number is a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, it stays the same. And since it's a 3, it stays the same. So I write d equals 12.5 is my answer. Okay, thank you. Good luck.